Today where I'm going to do a little video on Binance 101. I'm going to teach you how to register for an account, how to deposit funds, how to withdraw funds, and then also how to trade on the exchange. So let me tell you why I use Binance. First of all, it's the largest cryptocurrency exchange. They have extremely low fees. It's 0.1% on your trading fees. And if you use Binance coins, then it's actually 0.05%. And I haven't seen anything lower than that. It's very trusted and secure, has all the top coins that are out there. And then also they have the best trading contests that I've seen. Not only do they give away coins in their weekly contest, but they've given away Lamborghinis, Maseratis, BMWs, Jaguars, Mercedes, by far the best for trading contests. So now let's get into the details. We're going to get you registered. We're going to get your first deposit taken care of, show you how to deposit, and then how to withdraw, and then also how to trade. There are some things you're going to need to make this happen. You're going to need Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, some sort of coin. If you don't have that already, I'm going to help you out and tell you the best places to get those. You're going to need to have your contact information handy. You're going to need an email address ready. And then also you're probably going to need your identification card if you choose to purchase in some of the ways that I tell you. Okay, let's get started. So now you're going to go to Binance.com. And on the top right-hand corner up here, you're going to see register. So now I want you to click register. And now you should be on a screen that looks similar to the form I have here on the right, where you're going to enter an email, enter a password, then you'll confirm your password. You're going to add a referral code if somebody sent you to Binance. In my case, I'd love it if you used my referral code, which is 100-57659. You'll slide the little bar there so that you're verified to show you're not a robot. And then you're going to click on the box that says I agree to Binance's terms of use. And after you do that, you'll just click register. And then it will send you an email to where you can click on the email to verify that email address. And then you're already registered. So I want to give you a couple post-registration tips before we actually get into your deposit. One, don't give anybody your login information. Two, again, only go to Binance URLs. And the last one is I would definitely set up some form of additional security with two-factor authentication. Most places will allow you to do texting to where when you log in with your email and your password, they'll send you a text code that you have to use. I prefer to use Google Authenticator. It's unique to me and it keeps my accounts very secure. Now let's get into the deposit. So the reason why I mentioned that you're going to have coins ready to transfer into Binance is they do not accept fiat, and fiat would be US dollars, euros, any other sort of currency. You're going to have to buy either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin or some other coin somewhere else and then transfer them over to the Binance exchange. So I'm going to help you on that part, and that's going to require a wallet-to-wallet transfer. So since you're probably a beginner, you're wondering, what is a wallet? Well, a digital wallet basically is a software program that stores private public keys, and it interacts with the blockchain so that you can actually send or receive digital currency from user to user or send it to an exchange. You will have to have a digital wallet, and there's a few different ones. I'll get into that. But a wallet address is basically a 25 to 36 alphanumeric character address that is unique to you and unique to the actual coin. So there's a few different types of wallets out there. There's ones that are based online on the exchanges that you're going to be purchasing on. And then there's also hardware wallets that are very secure. We're going to start off with Coinbase GDAX. It's basically the same company. The reason people use Coinbase, it is the most popular. It's probably the easiest to use, but you are going to have to go through some verification phases in order to be able to deposit funds for buying coins. If you use a bank account or a bank wire, it's going to take 6 to 7 days before the coins show up. If you use a debit or credit card that you've verified, it will take, you can buy them instantly actually. Now I will tell you, unless you are planning on holding on to Bitcoin, then I would suggest buying Ethereum or Litecoin instead. They can be traded on Binance as well. They're a quicker transaction and also they're lower fees. We did a transaction for, I think it was 5,000 Bitcoin this week, and when it was transferred, the costs were I think $27 if I remember correctly to send that 5,000. But then we also transferred 1,000 in Litecoin, $1,000, and that transfer fee to Binance was only 25 cents. So it's a lot cheaper fees if you're going to do Litecoin or Binance or Litecoin or Ethereum. I will have some links in this description of the video that will help you towards each one of these options you have for buying. Bitcoin ATMs. That was the first place that I used. It's the easiest thing you can do. You can go to a Bitcoin ATM and buy your Bitcoins right there. They don't support Ethereum or Litecoin to this point. They may in the future. The bad part about going to a Bitcoin ATM is you're going to pay anywhere from 7 to 12% in fees. So that can get pretty expensive, but it's also the fastest and easiest. Localbitcoins.com is a very popular one that people use where you can create an account there, and I'll help you on that side too. Less info needed, but they can have anywhere from 4% to 8% fees as well. So the cheapest way with the least amount of fees is definitely to go through Coinbase or GDAX. But the transferring of crypto, you're probably not here for that, but I'm just gonna give you a little bit of tips to it. My Ether wallet is an online wallet, supports all Ethernet-based tokens. I use it all the time, like it a lot. You've also got Trezor and Nano Ledger, which are two hardware devices where you can store coins on, and I'll have links in the description down below for that as well. So let's start the deposit step. It's not going to matter which source you use to buy your crypto from. You're going to have to go through this step in order to deposit coins on Binance. So what you want to do is to get your wallet address from Binance. That's the first thing we need to do because that's where you're going to send your coins to. You're going to log into Binance. You're going to hover over on the top menu bar, hover over Funds, and then click on Deposits and Withdrawals. And there you're going to see a list of coins. Yeah, right now you don't have any of those. They should all say 0. But you're going to find the coin that you're going to be sending over. In this case, it's either Ethereum or Litecoin. Every single one of these coins on Binance is going to have their own unique wallet. So if you are going to be sending Ethereum, then you need to find the Ethereum wallet on there and make sure and get that. One time I did send Ethereum to an exchange and I accidentally used the Bitcoin wallet. Well, in some cases you may not get those coins back. I was lucky enough, it took me almost a month, but I did finally get them back from the exchange. So find the coin that you're going to be sending, and then there's going to be a little deposit button there. Click on that, and then you're going to see an address pop up. And then you're going to click on copy the address, or you can just highlight it and copy it. But you're going to need that here in just a few minutes. So the first source we talked about was Coinbase. So we're going to start with that one, and you're going to log into Coinbase. And we're going to assume that you've already purchased your coins, and they're in there. You will click on accounts, and that will show the accounts of it'll show Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And you'll click on the one coin that you did purchase, and if that could be Bitcoin or probably Ethereum because they're going to have lower fees. And then you're going to click on the send button, and then you should have a window similar to what we're seeing here on this screen that shows a recipient field where you're going to paste the address that you had just copied, and then you're going to choose the amount you want to send. And you will have the option when you click on that box there that you should have a little max button that shows up. And so if you want to send all of your coins that you have from there, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, you'll just click that and it will put the total in there minus the fees that it's going to take. And then you'll click on send funds. And now you have sent your deposit to Binance. Now I don't want you to panic if you don't see those coins in there immediately because it takes a little bit of time. Definitely, if you're sending Bitcoin, it's going to take more time than normal. Lately, I've seen about 12 hours, and it should take about an hour normally. Ethereum and Litecoin are usually taking about 30 minutes. In some cases, you may see it over there in about 15 minutes. So now we're looking at another option, which is localbitcoins.com. And Local Bitcoins is a place for you to be able to buy Bitcoin from somebody that either is local or somebody online. A lot of people like doing this because it's really quick. But what it does require is you, and in most cases, depositing cash into somebody else's bank account and relying on them to actually send you the Bitcoin. I'm going to show you a little bit here though, because it can be pretty expensive. At this point of doing the video, Bitcoin's value is 15,819. That's what I can buy it for on Coinbase. But on local Bitcoins, you can see it's quite a bit more. So I'm hoping that you end up just going with Coinbase. And again, I've got a link in the description for you down there. It's going to be a lot cheaper. And I know it could be a pain in the butt to go through the verification process, but it's definitely cheaper and it's much more trusted. Now the last option that I'm giving you to buy coins at is using a Bitcoin ATM. And again, those fees can be a little expensive, but it is probably the easiest way to go and buy Bitcoin. The place I like to use, Coin ATM Radar, is going to let you show all the ATM locations. And as you can see here, there's locations all over the world, 2026 8 Bitcoin ATMs right now in my neck of the woods here in Kansas. And so they've added another one here in Wichita. There was 2, but it looks like they've added a 3rd. Didn't know about this one, but these other 2, I know one's a donut shop and I think one's a vape shop. But you can go in, make sure you're going to need that wallet address that you copied earlier from Binance. Take that with you because you'll have to enter it there. I believe if you're sending under $500 worth, or you're buying under $500 worth, you don't have to do too much. I mean, just enter some address and name, things like that. But if you go much above that, I know they're going to require a copy of they'll take a picture of your photo ID, things like that to verify. But again, hoping that you just use Coinbase, definitely the most trusted and the best fees. So now you know how to deposit your tokens. Let's talk about how to withdraw. Now you may want to move tokens out of there after you've purchased or traded tokens on Binance, or you may be wanting to withdraw to move it into fiat and sell those tokens back and put money back in your bank account. So the options are another exchange, an online wallet like my Ether wallet, which you could store them in, or a hardware wallet. First, we're going to cover moving them back to Coinbase. Okay, so the first thing you're going to have to do to withdraw is you have to have a wallet to send it to. And we're doing Coinbase first. So that's if I want to send, Bitcoin or Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash back there. And then I want to end up selling it on Coinbase for cash to send back to my bank account. So log in to Coinbase. And then on that top bar, you're going to click Accounts. And it's going to show the wallets that you have there. And under each wallet, you'll have a little receive button. So I'm going to click on receive Bitcoin. This is if I'm going to send Bitcoin from Binance to Coinbase. And then you'll click on show address. After you click on show address, you'll have that 25 to 36 character wallet address that you'll copy, because you'll need that when you go back on Binance to actually withdraw those coins. Okay, now that I have my copied my wallet from Coinbase, I am on Binance. And oh, by the way, you can see there's the contest for the Monaco contest they had, where people were trading and they gave away a Lamborghini to the first place. Pretty amazing. But once you're logged back into Binance, you're going to hover over funds at the top and then click on deposits and withdrawals. And that's going to bring all your coins that you currently have. And if we're sending Bitcoin as an example, I'm just going to put BTC in the little search box so it shows up. And you can see I don't have very much in Bitcoin right now, but if I wanted to withdraw that, I would go click on the little withdraw button over here. And then it's going to ask for a Bitcoin address, and you're going to have to add a new one. So you're going to click on the little arrow, use new address, and that's where you're going to paste in the wallet that you just copied. And you can put a label on there so that you know which one you're sending it to. In this case, just put Coinbase, so that way you know each time if you're moving coins back and forth which one it is. And again, this is only for Bitcoin. If you're sending something else, you're going to have to use Ethereum wallets or something else. Each coin will have its own wallet. And then I can just click on max if I want to send it all, or I can choose an amount. And so it's going to see what my transaction fee is going to be. So I actually don't even have enough to send because I am minus dollars. Um, Again, I would not send Bitcoin. I would send Ethereum or Litecoin instead because the fees are going to be much less. And then you'll click on Submit. Okay, now we're going to withdraw from Binance to your Nano Ledger. And you can see the Nano Ledger, if you've never used it before, it looks like a little thumb drive. All you're going to do is connect it to your computer, and then there'll be an app that you've already downloaded, and you'll launch that Ledger Wallet app. And then you'll enter a PIN on the Nano Ledger. Then your accounts will pop up on your window on your computer. You'll click on the account that you want to send to. You'll click receive and you'll copy that address. And then we're going to go back to Binance. Before I actually go over to Binance, if you're interested in a Nano Ledger or the Trezor, I've put links in the description to where you can go and purchase them. They range anywhere from $100 to $150. Not too expensive in order to keep your coins protected and secure. And we're going to follow that same process that we did with Coinbase, where we're going to hover over Funds, click on Deposits and Withdrawals, and then I will click on Withdraw under Bitcoin, and then I'll paste that address in there and the amount that I want to send, and I'll click Submit, and that'll send your coins to your hardware. So now that you've deposited coins into Binance and you're probably wondering, how do I trade? You know, I'm a beginner, I don't understand everything on there. Well, I'm going to take you through these steps because it can be confusing if you've never done it before. But first of all, there's three types of trades on Binance. You've got limit trades, you've got market trades, and you have stop limits. So we're going to talk about each one of them, but first we're going to start out with what is a limit trade. Okay, I'm logged back in on Binance now. And as you can see on the right or down below, you're going to see all the coins that are listed here, and there are a ton of coins. I have favorited a few of mine that I really like. I'm going to go into Tron or TRX right now. That's one that I really like, and it's actually on its way down. It hasn't been doing too good in the last couple hours. I have it set to a 5-minute charts up here. You have a lot of different options. You can set the time to an hour, 1 minute, a day, anything like that. These are called candlesticks that you see. Those are the time segments. And then you can look at things like depth. So I can see there's some pretty big orders here. Somebody's got an order in for 11 million Tron right now. That's 116 Bitcoins worth. And so it's likely that it may go down here a little bit. On the left hand side in the red, these are sell orders that are in, and in the green are buy orders that are in. And then over here on the right side, you can see the trade history. So these are orders that are being done right now. You can see these are Satoshis is what they call them. So at 1,018 Satoshis, this one's actually getting bought up. So that 11 million may get bought up pretty soon. But we're talking about limit orders. So limit orders, if I want to sell right now, and if I want to sell before that 119 or 1019, I could come in and I could click on, say, 1018, and now I've set that's the price I want to sell at, and I want to sell 100% of what I have. So I click on 100%, and I'm going to get back, if my order fills, 0.6064, on and on Bitcoins is what I would get back. I could also trade in Ethereum if I wanted. You can click up here on this top bar where it says Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance coin, or USDT, which is US dollar tether, and choose which one you want. As you can see, my fees are set as, if I'm using Binance coins, if I have some, my fees will actually be half, which is a huge benefit. So I suggest you buy some Binance coins to use those for your fees. And then I would just click on sell the TRX, and it would put that order in. I'm going to, just as an example, show you, I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to click on 1,031 Satoshis and click 100%. And in this case, I'd be getting back roughly 0.61 Bitcoins for it. And I'm going to click on sell so you can see. And so now that sell order is in, and you'll see a little orange check mark next to it. And if enough buy orders, enough people choose to buy, it'll fill that here after a while. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel it right now. If I scroll down, I'll see my open orders because I don't want to sell it right now. And that will cancel that order. And now if I wanted to buy, I don't have enough Bitcoin in there to buy more right now, but I could say I want to buy it if it gets down to 1,007 Satoshis, and I want to spend 50% of the coins that I have, but I don't have enough to buy right now, as you can see. And then I would just click buy, and if it got down to 1,007 Satoshis, then it would fill my order. That's how a limit order works. Okay, now we're going to talk about market orders, and for this one I'm going to use the same coin, but I'm actually going to go into the exchange button up here, and I'm going to go to advanced because I want to show you what that looks like. You'll use these if you're looking at different strategies, and one of the strategies I like to look at is what they call the Bollinger Bands, and I suggest you do some research on this. I could get into it, but you have what they call indicators, and I have Bollinger, but you can see all the different things that Binance offers as tools, and whatever you want to go by. But I am choosing to actually use the Bollinger Bands, but I know a lot of people like Fibonacci lines, you know, a lot of different things. On the Bollinger, it's really based off of volatility, so I can get to see how volatile is it and is it trending up, a lot of different details. So in here, I'm going to click on market. Now market means that I'm either going to buy or sell based off of what is, if I'm buying, it's off the lowest sell order that's in, or if I'm selling, it's off the highest sell order. So I'm going to sell, and I'm going to click on 100%. I don't have to put a price because it's going on market price. Right now, if I click sell, it is going to sell those coins at 1,014 Satoshi. And of course, if I have more in my order than what is available, it'll go to the next lowest, which is 1,013 Satoshi, and it will sell those at that price. And that's the basics of a market order. Okay, now we're going to talk about the last orders that you can do, which is a stop limit. And there's a couple different scenarios why you might use this. If I'm going to buy Tron right now, and I'm like, well, I'd really like to see somebody else buy all these basically 74 Bitcoins worth of Tron that are sitting out there, then I might wait. And I want to say, I'm not going to be at my computer, but if it gets to 1,020 Satoshis, which that means somebody would buy all those 674 Bitcoins worth of Tron, then I want to buy at 1,021 Satoshis. That's what I'd put my order in at. And I want to buy 100% of the Bitcoin that I have available I want to spend on Tron. And so then I'd click buy, and it would put that order in at 1,021 Satoshis, but it would only the order would only go into complete if it reached 1,020. But maybe I'm selling, and right now I've got almost 60,000 Tron, and I'm like, man, this keeps going down. So if this ends up getting to, let's say, 1,000 Satoshis, then I don't want to lose any more. So I'm going to say I'll put my order in at 998 Satoshis, just as an example. Nope, I need to add another zero there. And so then if it gets down to 1,000, which it just went to, then it would put my sell order in at 998 and complete that order. And then I would just click sell, and it'd be in there. That's basically that's the basics of a stop limit order. Hopefully I explained the orders real well for you, and now you can start trading on Binance. And